Luke, I am your father. Silly buggers today. Right, what am I doing? I've done now, the last video I did was, I'm just putting my glasses on, was to show, I started cutting out the polythene. Let me just clear this bench a little bit. So what I've done is, I'll show you. So this is the shape I've gone for. So this is going to be the shape of the first sand dune, and that's the smaller one. Okay, and then the larger sand dune is going to be this shape. Okay. Alright. Now what I will do is I'll get a board from underneath. I'm gonna try sanding down, hence the Darth Vader mask. I'm gonna try sanding that down, see if I can make it a bit smoother, a bit nicer. Yeah, so once I've sanded it down, then I'm going to get a piece of board to put under both of them and glue them on. Okay. What I'm finding is, and if there's, I'm sure there are people here who have done this before, I do seem to be having problems with this glue going off. So I think what I might do is sand this off today, and then just leave it for a few days. I'm out all day at rugby tomorrow anyway. So that will give some time, and hopefully that will go off. I don't know if it'll make any difference if it doesn't. I don't know. The other thing I learned was I didn't think it through. I didn't take all the silver foil off from the bottom, and I don't know if you can see there's a ridge on there now where the silver foil is. But I'm not too worried about that. I think once I've sanded it down, I'll put a little bit of, in order to cover that anyway, like, because I don't want that gap showing, I'll put a little bit of filler on it. And then I'm going to paint that with UV glue and a mix of filler, just to make it like nice and smooth. And also I'm hoping it'll give it a little bit of texture for the sand. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. So with no further ado, I'm going to give this a quick go. Give this a quick sand. Now I've got the finest sandpaper I could get, believing that that would be the way to go. So, let's put that on. Okay. So get that out. I don't know if I need them. Right, so I've got the finest, and I'm just going, right, so if I tip it down a little bit, so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So that's what I'm working on. So I'm going to start at the top here. Oh, that seems to work quite nicely. Yeah. And, so what I've done, I've just done the very top section there, very lightly. So if I turn that, so you can see, I don't know if that shows, but that's a lot smoother than it was. And that's what I want. What I've noticed with sand dunes, like untrodden snow, very, very smooth. Well, at least from the pictures I've seen anyway. So, right, so whilst I continue sanding this, I'm going to pause the video and then come back when I've get it all done. So there we are. I've sanded them both down. I'll lift one up at a time to show you. I don't know if it's going to show that much on the tablet. Although I'm finding the tablet's got quite a good camera in it. But, yeah, so that's the smaller one. Just put it out there. Out of the way. And there's the larger one. Also down it. I'm quite pleased with how smooth that's come out. I didn't want it perfectly smooth, but it's come out pretty good, I think. Yeah. So what I'll do next is, right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it for a day or two. yeah, I'll leave it for a day or two. See if the glue dries out a little bit more, which is holding this top bit on. Then what I'll do is, and I won't use so much glue next time, but I'm going to go out today, probably today, and get some board to put these both on, so that, you know, stop the edges getting broken off, but also make that part of the scenery as well. So I'll do that, and then what I'll do is I'll get some filler, and that edge of you can see it there. It's very clear there, where I didn't take off the silver foil. Lesson learnt. Or take silver foil off both sides, because I thought I didn't think it through, which is often my way, unfortunately. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll fill that first, do a little bit of fill on that, make that nice and smooth, and so you can't see the join, and then what I'll do is I'm going to paint it. I'm going to do a mix of watered down UBA. Sorry, brain's gone to sleep. PVA. Yeah, so do a watered down mix of PVA glue, but also put some filler in it, mix it up to make it a bit thicker, but also make it a bit grainy as well. And the idea is that the grain in the filler, as well as patch over some, you know, like, some of the gaps and crevices, it'll also create that little bit of grain for the sand. That's the plan. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll soon know. Once that's done, I'll give it a coat of paint. Just one coat of paint to start off with, see how it goes. Well, I'll probably end up doing several coats of paint. Get a nice base colour on there, but do it as thin as I can. And then what I'll do is I'll do a wash, highlight, varnish, Bob's your uncle. So that's the plan. So that's the first part of. So my new project is this is the first part of it. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully get this finished. Get on with painting some figures. All right. All the very best then. Take care. Speak to you next time.